Namaskaram, this was Dharani KCS Iyer. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Previously on Purana Cauldron, another saga, the battle between Anirudha and Banasura was about to begin. The road so far, Banasura was initially happy that his daughter had chosen a mighty man to be her spouse. But this happiness was short-lived. It hardly lasted for seconds. I had paused on my previous episode stating what could possibly be the reason why Banasura was so much intimidated on seeing Anirudha. Well, without further delay, getting on track to our today's episode. Banasura, as he was ready to face Anirudha, there was this incident that happened. As Banasura was sitting in his chariot, and his chariot was traversing towards the battlefield to meet Anirudha, the flag on his chariot broke and it fell on the ground. Banasura's mind immediately played Shivaperuman's words now. Banasura, the day when the flag from your chariot breaks and falls to the ground, from then on begins your defeat. Banasura's mind started to play a lot of permutational combinations. Since he was on his way to wage a war with Anirudha, and such an incident had happened which embarks the arch rival's arrival and also Banasura's defeat. Now Banasura thought, so is this young man the one who is going to be my arch rival? Is he the one who is going to come against me, fight against me and win over me? Okay, now the pride and ego of Banasura shoot up very badly, and what happened was, as he was thinking, there was no one in all the three worlds who could defeat him, and he saw his potential threat. He thought, I shouldn't take any chance now on. So he was very much determined, whoever this young man may be, I am going to cage him in my prison. He didn't know his name, he didn't know his identity, he didn't know from where he was, and there was some infinite options running in his mind as to who could he possibly be. Banasura's pride was having a very firm hold over one thing. Whoever he may be, I am not allowing him to win over me. Let me establish my power and supremacy over him now. Banasura, playing all the possible scenarios, he was ready to face Anirudha one on one. He got down from his chariot. He saw Anirudha there. Anirudha, true to his appearance, he had seen the warrior he was. Now Banasura decided, whatever be the case, let me take one-on-one on him. And immediately, Banasura started his war. He had 1,000 hands, so 1,000 weapons in his hands, and he began to use one weapon at a time over Anirudha. Anirudha was a perfect strategist, so he was tackling all the astras and weapons directed towards him with very fine precision, and he was very fast in his actions also. The battle became very fierce, and the resistance between both Banasura and Anirudha was growing stronger and stronger with each passing second. Banasura decided to use his Nagapasana over Anirudha, as he thought, this is the only way I can use to prove my ascendancy and to cage him in my prison. Banasura wanted his potential threat to be right under his nose. Now, he casted the Nagapasana over to Anirudha. Anirudha was unable to fight against it. He didn't expect this at all. The Nagapasana was tangled all over Anirudha. It tied Anirudha completely. He was unable to move even a little finger. Now, what is this Nagapasana? Nagapasana is a weapon that Varuna Deva has. It was given to Banasura, rather it was bestowed to Banasura by Varuna Deva himself. When any living being, for that matter of fact, is being tied up by the Nagapasana, only the Sudarshana Chakra that Sriman Narayana beholds, or the trident Trishula Parvati Parameshwara has, it can only be used to free the person from the Nagapasana. Such is the power of Nagapasana. Now Anirudha was caught hold by this Nagapasana, and he was also caged in prison. He couldn't do anything about this completely. Our Usha came to know about the news that her father had arrested Aniruddha and kept him in their prison. Usha was overwhelmed with grief and confusion now. The tears glided down from her eyes and she was unable to even check on herself. She began to cry very loudly. On the other side, Banasura was not only Usha's father but also the ruler of Tejpur. As the king, as a ruler, he had to be fair and free from emotions at times like such. Then he had ordered no one should enter Usha's palace without his permission, and then there was his intruder, none other than Aniruddha, who had reached there, and he also held his daughter's hands. Now it was time Banasura had to show the world his fairness of rule. Banasura ordered Usha and Chitralekha to be chained by guards and brought to his palace there. Both of them were brought to Banasura's courtroom. They were brought there chained. Banasura saw both of them and he started to talk. No one in Sonitpur would be spared if they go against the laws being laid. Be it my daughter Usha here or her best friend Chitralekha, who is none other than my minister Kumbanda's daughter. The same theory of punishment holds true for everyone. Banasura just wanted to ask something and know something. Before I put you into the prison, Usha, now I want you to answer to me as a citizen of Sonitpur. How did all this happen? Without your knowledge, nothing could have happened. Kindly elucidate what happened. Usha started to tell the complete story. She added, Chitralekha is just a victim of circumstances here. It was me who forced her. She doesn't deserve to be punished for such acts of mine. Now Banasura came to know the entire story. He was listening very patiently to all that his daughter had to say. Now he spoke. Usha, both of you together have done such a hideous act. Both of you wouldn't be spared. I order both of you to be imprisoned for your lifetime in our prison. Chitralekha, you had betrayed the trust I had over you. If you had informed me over the series of events that had happened, I would have taken steps and I would have made things happen. On hearing all this, everyone were in a state of complete shock. Here Banasura shows to the world, despite being the father, he is also a ruler who sets the example to his people on how to live. Kandala and Vindhyavalli were standing there, teary-eyed. They couldn't stand the fact that their daughter and her best friend Chitralekha were imprisoned. Chitralekha was imprisoned just for helping Usha and their daughter for just loving a man. Now, back in Dwaraka, Krishna, Rukmani, Pradyumna, Rukmavati and entire Dwaraka was completely grief-stricken. The 4 months of monsoon had set in early that year. Even the heavens were pouring over Dwaraka, unable to control their emotions and feelings on the missing prince Aniruddha. Everyone there were wondering, how could Aniruddha vanish without any trace? All the search mission that was being done, it led to nowhere. And Rukmavati didn't even sip water without knowing about the whereabouts of her son. Such was the scenario in Dwaraka. Now Sage Naradha thought, now is the right time to inform about Aniruddha's whereabouts. Sage Naradha headed to Dwaraka holding a celestial veena and singing the glories of Sriman Narayana. He pretended like he didn't understand the reason for this melancholy prevailing in Dwaraka. Well, he is the man behind Aniruddha reaching Agnigar without anyone even being able to find a trace. Now, our sage Narada worshipped Krishna and asked him the reason for such a scenario in Dwaraka. After Krishna narrated about Aniruddha being abducted from Dwaraka without any trace and all the search mission leading to nowhere, Narada decided it won't be fair to prolong any longer on Aniruddha's case. And Narada said, Krishna, I think I may have some clues about where Aniruddha could possibly be. Hearing this, entire Dwaraka was lit up. Everybody were all ears to listen to the next sentence that was about to come from Sage Naradha. Narada continued, but, Narada started his play again, this time with Krishna himself. So, what is going to happen next? Will Narada tell the complete story and confess of his doings to Krishna? What will happen when the truth surfaces? Stay tuned, not for long. The cat is going to be out of the bag real soon. Meet you all in my next series on 12th July 2020. Until then, stay tuned, stay safe. Thank you.